Good morning or afternoon, my beautiful soul followers. How is everyone doing today? Hope amazing. I am in an amazing mood today myself. So, the last few days I have had this topic on my mind. I had a conversation with a man in my life about duty sex the other day. It was probably 4 or 5 days ago now. And it became apparently clear to me how much misperception is around this topic. I was telling him, like, every woman at some point in their life has duty sex. And he was astounded. And then we got into all these deep conversations about different elements of duty sex, because it is not black and white. It is not black and white at all. And I was like, I need to do a series on this. So here I am. Today is the topic number 1. There's going to be 3 videos on this, so make sure to pay attention tomorrow and the next day in order to see the other 2 videos. But today we're talking about the fine line between duty sex, rape, and then that in-between space of leaning into your partner, leaning into what I like to call meh land. Because when I was talking with this man, he said to me, he goes, but Addison, you should want to sometimes have sex with your partner, even if you're not a fuck yes. Even if you're not like, yeah, I'm really into it, I'm really, really sexually ignited. And I actually couldn't disagree with him. I did not disagree with him, because yes, there are times, especially as us women, we shut down easily to our sex. Very, very easily to our sex. We can really disconnect. It's not that we don't need sex. It's that we can disconnect from that piece of it. So we can really disconnect from that element. And so there are times when we're like, I am just not into it. I'm just not there. I'm not feeling it. But we do want the connection with our partner. We do want to do something for our partner. And we might not be a fuck no. There's times that I'm a meh to sex. I actually, a couple days ago, I had some meh sex. I was feeling bloated. I was like not feeling on top of my game. But I wanted that connection with my partner. I wanted the energy. And so I verbalized to him. I said, hey, so here's where I'm at. I'm not a 10 in my arousal right now. So this is what I'm needing in my sex. There's a conversation. There was I'm going to lean in here, but I'm not here. I'm not like, yeah, let's do this. Again, I'm feeling bloaty. I'm feeling, I was feeling, So those times when you really do want to lean in. However, this gets confused oftentimes with true duty sex. That happens when a woman goes, here's where I'm at, but I really do want to lean in here. I want to connect. Here's what I need. And sometimes and self-included, I can say there have been times in my life when I am completely shut down and I know I need to have sex, even if I'm like, I don't want to have sex. And then there's that communication with my partner, because guess what? The man feels you're not present, he knows. And if you feel your woman isn't present, you're gonna know. And there's gonna be that energy in the middle of the relationship of, yeah, we're both not here. And so there is a difference in going, hey, yeah, I'm going to lean in, and duty sex. Duty sex is when a woman's like, I don't do this. And guess what? Before I even go in there, men have duty sex too. I have actually worked with some male clients. I love my male clients. Love you guys, woo woo. And a couple of my male clients have had duty sex. But this tends to be more of a female issue. Yes, you can all yell at me and be like, that's not true. Why are you saying that? But it tends to be more of a female issue of having duty sex. Women leaning into sex that they really just don't want to be having. And this happens a lot of times in relationships that are longer term. And the woman is either shut down and just not willing to do her work on her sex and is like, he just keeps at me for this, so I'm just going to give it to him. And so that is where we get into duty sex. Duty sex because you as a man are not going to leave her alone. You didn't listen to her when she said, you know, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling good. You didn't get the memo. And so duty sex is when our bodies are a no. Our bodies are a no, but we as women push past that. We go, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to communicate. I'm just going to say yes, and I'm going to stay here. I'm going to be kind of pissed off about it. Even if I'm not verbally pissed off, even if I'm not consciously pissed off, I'm not verbalizing the pissed off, subconsciously, I'm a little resentful. I'm a little upset. I'm just laying there kind of like a rag doll. And we will tomorrow get into some of the ramifications of duty sex. So I don't want to jump into that. But duty sex is really where you feel like it is your duty. I hear very Christian women or very religious women tell me all the time, it is my duty to have sex with him. So it's a job. It's something I have to do. If that is your thought process, guess what? You are in duty sex mode. Your duty sex mode, and there is a fine line between all of these, because then we get into rape, and I hate that I even have to talk about the fact that rape happens in marriages and committed relationships all the time. It's a thing. It's a thing. If your partner, it says no, I'm not interested, I'm a no, or you just roll over on top of her and start having sex with her without her consent, guess what? That's rape. That's rape. Then you have crossed that line, and there is a line. If your partner's a meh, or they're just kind of being a rag doll, that's one thing. That's duty sex. That is like, I'm doing this because I feel like I have to. If she says no to you, I don't care if you've been married for 50 years. If she says no, I don't want to, and you continue, I don't care if you're drunk, I don't care, there's no excuse. You just raped your woman. And that is how her body, whether that is how her mind is taking it, that is how her body is going to take it. And there's very fine lines between these, because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, she was asleep and I was drunk and I wanted some, so I just rolled over and started having sex with her. Guess what? That's rape. That is rape. If you are having sex, if you talk to a college boy and he was like, well, she was asleep and I wanted some, so I just took it, you'd be like, you just raped your girlfriend. You just raped this woman that you brought home from a party. The same is true in a marriage, in a deep partnership. There are really fine lines between these. And the reason why I feel like I need to talk about this is because there are ramifications, deep physical, psychological, and relationship ramifications that come from duty sex. And when we're not communicating about this topic, which so many people find this topic incredibly uncomfortable. Incredibly uncomfortable because it's a hard topic to deal with in relationship, because a lot of relationships, women have had duty sex. And for a woman to look at you and go, yeah, I had duty sex last week. You as a man have to hear that. And us as a woman have to verbalize that. And that's a difficult one. That is an edgy fucking topic. So, how do you know the difference? Well, if a woman's leaning in, she's most likely going to be like, yeah, I'm not really in. I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling my most aroused, but I want to connect with you. So yes, I'm okay with leaning in here. Here's what I need. Here's what I need from this. Or here's my expectation. So like I said the other day, I was like, I'm feeling kind of bloaty, but I do want to connect with you. And I made the expectation, I need connection. That is what I'm leaning in here for. I'm not leaning in here for the best orgasm in the whole entire world. I'm leaning in here to feel you. So I have an expectation. Yes, I know expectations. Nobody wants expectations, but we all have them. I have an expectation that we connect during this moment because that's what I'm really needing. And that's what I'm craving here. Duty sex, if she has said to you that she's not feeling it, she's really not in the mood, she's meh, she's a rag doll, you feel her energy, you feel her not present with you, she is most likely having duty sex. And yes, you can ask her, were you just having sex with me? Because of duty, that's amazing conversation. And if you can do that as a man, to have that hard conversation, like woo woo for you, like raise a roof, like that is amazing. Because that is beautiful communication. And getting your woman to actually be real with you in the bedroom. Because that trust that will be built in those conversations is immense. Because she's going to, next time she goes to have duty sex with you, she's going to go, he feels me. He feels me when I have duty sex. And I either care that he feels that or I don't care. A lot of women feel like they have to have duty sex because if they don't, they will ruin their relationship. That is a sad, sad fact. So, and we will, when in truth, like I said, we'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, but when in truth, the more duty sex that is happening in a relationship, the more likely that relationship is going to blow up. Or you're going to be doing some severe damage and disconnecting the relationship as a whole. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But then there's rape. There's pure rape. She's a no, she's a fuck no, and I keep pushing. If you keep pushing, guess what? You're raping your woman. And do you really want those ramifications on you? Do you really want that energy that comes with that? Because it is a thing. It is a thing. You can rape somebody you're married to. You don't own her pussy just because you're married to her. So this is a hard conversation I suggest that you have with your partner. Whether you are dating, whether you are just been together for a long time, or you've been married, you're committed, you've been married and committed for 50 years. It doesn't matter. It's an amazing conversation starter to ask, hey, have you ever had duty sex with me? Or do you believe there's such thing as duty sex? Where's our lines? When have I had duty sex? What do I feel like duty sex is? Because I want you to think for yourselves too. Don't just take my word for it. Have these deeper conversations because there can be some very fine lines between these things. Between a woman going, I'm just not into it, but I'm going to lean in because I care. My heart's here. I might be not open from a sexual arousal standpoint, but my heart's really open and I really want to lean in and I really want to connect. Space to, I just don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it because I feel like I have to do it. So, fine lines between these things. Important conversation though. So, tomorrow we'll be talking about some of the ramifications of this though, and what it really can do to our mind, our body, our spirit. And then day 3, we will be talking about whose fault is duty sex? Whose fault is it? Let's point some fingers. So, check me out tomorrow for more on this topic. I would love to hear y'all's opinions on duty sex. Where's your fine lines? Do you think it's a thing? Do you think I'm crazy? Or you're like, that's not a thing, Addison? Let me know below. So, I love you guys. If you want to work with me one-on-one, do a consultation, talk about some of these topics, work on your relationship, then head over to addisonbell.net, fill out an application, and I will be in touch. All right, guys. I love you. Have an amazing rest of your day. And stay orgasmic. Bye.